Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jared. Today we're standing next to the Civic, and I know a lot of people have been asking, where's the Civic? What happened to the Civic? Did you fix the Civic? Did you work out what's wrong with it? So it's been broken for nearly a year now, and it got to the point where I was kind of out of ideas on what to look for. So off camera, we had the last video where I put the coil pack conversion kit in and I didn't fix the misfire. After that, the last thing that I did was fix the wiring. So the first problem that I ended up solving was this wiring. As you can see, it's a complete mess at the moment. Probably if you watched the video when we installed the coil pack retrofit kit, you probably saw this, but I have the blower motor and everything out. And that's because the previous owner, I think, changed the plugs for the ECU to the original harness. As you can see there, these connections, they were all these red crimp, like this one here. So there were all these red crimps, essentially for all the wires into the ECU. So what I did was I cut them out and rejoined them using the proper non-insulated crimps, and also heat shrunk that, and that got rid of the misfire. So as you can see, that wiring under there, it's not good to do that type of job. It's almost better just to start from scratch. So whatever I did, I think fixed it, because after I started it, the misfire was gone, but when I drove it, the next thing was it just didn't have any power. And I'd already at this point like checked everything else, and I could only think, well, is the ECU faulty as well? So I didn't have a spare ECU, I didn't want to buy another one, so and to eliminate some other issues, I thought, I'm just going to take it to Elusive Racing. You know, if it needs any parts, they're going to have it in stock, they're going to know the car, like, because they work on Civics all day. So I dropped the car off there in June before we went on our holiday, and it was there for 2 months, and we had some back and forth conversations, and what they found was that the engine had actually skipped timing. And I didn't believe them, because that was one of the first things I did check. But I think in the time when I was diagnosing it and it was running poorly, it must have skipped timing from like a misfire and something like that caused it to run poorly. So I must have fixed the wiring, which fixed the original misfire, but then during that time it skipped timing and it was kind of low on power. And at the same time, they found that the wideband sensor had gone bad, because that was giving some really funky readings, making me think also that there was something still else wrong with the car. So they pretty much said they don't want to put the timing back, because they're worried that the piston's going to hit the valve, and they wanted me to pay pretty much to pull the engine out, tear it down and rebuild it. And that was going to be a lot of money. So then I took it to Trent at Checker Tuning, who tuned it originally, and we put on the dyno, we checked, and he looked at the exhaust, because sometimes the flex joints can fold inside out, and the flex joint on this car was fine. So then we looked at the timing together. He also confirmed that it was a tooth out. So what we did was we adjusted one of the cam gears back to line it up, get it half a tooth closer, and it picked up all the torque and power. Not everything, but pretty much was there. So that confirmed it was out of timing and it had skipped a tooth. And then after that, we started to have some errors in the ECU from the distributor error. So we took the cap off. So as you can see here, this pickup, which turns around, and this is the sensor for the home. That's the 360 degree, well, not 360 degree, but that's the one that measures the position as the cam rotates, and this one is the home signal. this was loose and was sliding off the shaft. So put a bit of red Loctite under that and some Raycam, which is like a glued heat shrink, and that stopped that sliding off because that was giving us a position error when the car started to rev up. As you can see, that home pickup was moving around, I guess maybe partly because the rotor button is no longer on there with that conversion. So now it's running fine. I brought the car back and now we're going to put the timing, readjust the timing where it's supposed to be and get that sorted so we can go back to the dyno. As you can see here on the two marks, this exhaust cam is actually here, it's half a tooth off, but only because we've adjusted the cam here to get it closer in line. But it looks like the belt has skipped over one tooth and put it one tooth out of timing. You can see that's at the top. The other one is just hiding under that cover there. So we're gonna have to go take this belt off, reset that cam gear and align the timing correctly. So that's what it should look like, those two lined up with the dot pointing up, and that plastic rib lined up with the white dot down there, which is top dead center. So that's the quick wrap up for how the Civic's going at the moment, and the next video you're going to see we got some different headers that we're going to put on the car. These ones I bought last June in 2024 at end of financial year sale at Elusive, so I've had them for a year and still hadn't got a chance to put them on the car because I wanted to obviously resolve the issues first. So next video we're going to chuck them on the car, and then once that's on we're going to go back to see Trent again and sort the tune out with the correct timing and with those new headers and see if we pick up any power. Thanks everyone for watching and following along, and hopefully we can get back to the regular episodes on the Civic. Cheers.